8 major investment banks have revised Korea's projected 2026 current account surplus to GDP ratio upward to an average of nearly 15%, driven by booming semiconductor exports.
우리나라 반도체 수출 호조에 힘입어 해외 글로벌 투자은행 8곳이 올해 한국의 GDP 대비 경상수지 비율 전망치를 평균 14.7%로 상향 조정했습니다. Some good news for the Korean economy.
Yes, very good news, and it's been good news every single month this year. It's the 7th consecutive monthly increase since January. It's up to an average of 14.7%, and yet there are some analysts, some investment banks who are saying it could be up to 19.7%. That's JP Morgan. Citibank was pushing its projection up to 18.5%. But yes, it's looking pretty rosy. We've had unprecedented growth in semiconductor exports, and that hopefully will continue. However, there are some institutions that are saying, while semiconductors may be great, non-IT sectors are having some issues due to everything that's happening in the world, especially in the Middle East.
So you could say there's a high dependency on semiconductors, to say the least.
Absolutely, yes. Right. That does seem to be the case.
Which could be a little risky for the economy, but nonetheless, it says here 이 GDP 대비 경상수지 비율이 지금 15%인데요. 이게 세계적으로도 참 높은 수준이라고 합니다. 이 2024년 통계만 봐도 뭐 아일랜드, 뭐 노르웨이, 덴마크 이런 나라들이 15%를 경신했는데 지금 우리나라가 최근에도 이 15% 수준에 거의 도달했다는 그런 내용입니다. Let's look at a couple of expressions here. To revise upward here. So initially, it wasn't as high, but they revised it upward.
Exactly. And when we revise something, we're looking at it again and we're making changes of some kind. And upwards meaning an increase.
Yeah.
Sometimes revise can be used differently. If you have kids at home or if you're a student yourself, you may well be revising for exams in the autumn, meaning you're studying again and studying again.
Is that a British term? I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Yeah, in the
North
UK
America.
we talk about revision, about studying for exams, revising for exams.
Is it like you're reviewing
exactly,
sort of the material?
Yeah, but there's no change there. Whereas when we usually use revise, and you'll see it in the news, it's going to mean you're looking again and you're making a change of some kind.
Interesting. Okay. In any case, you see the RE prefix there. So
yes.
you're looking over something again. 그렇죠? 이 상향 조정을 하다라는 내용이고요. Just real quick, also this current account surplus to GDP. So when we talk ratios,
yes.
we say it to, right?
Exactly, that's right.
In English. And what's interesting in Korea, 지금 우리말로는 GDP 대비 경상수지 비율이라고 했는데, 우리나라 fractions, right?
네.
When we talk about 분수를 얘기할 때 우리나라는 이제 분모부터 얘기를 하는데, in English we say the numerator first,
yes.
and then the denominator. So I guess that's the case for ratios as well.
For a lot of things. I think is it to do with north, south, east, and west sometimes, talking about directions where it's the other way round.
Yeah.
But then when you look at grammar structure, Korean and English are very different. So it's perfectly natural that sometimes they're the other way around. The problem is we just have to memorize it.
Right. We say I, you, love instead of I love you. In Korean.
Thanks, Shane.
And that too.
I feel the same.
Next expression. You're getting me off track here. Booming.
Booming,
yeah.
yes. When we're talking about business, you may hear the term boom if you're feeling lucky, and you may hear the term bust if things aren't going so well. Boom, or when something is booming, means it's doing very well. The sense of an explosion expanding.
Yeah.
And bust is when things are really not doing well at all. In fact, if your company goes bust, that means it's gone under, it's gone bankrupt most likely.
그렇죠. 이제 뭐 경제나 뭐 사업이 잘 되고 있을 때 급증하다, 뭐 활성화되다. 그 반대말로는 좀 침체되고 있다. It's going bust. Bust. If you go bust, you're out of business. Almost,
absolutely,
right?
yes.
Yeah. But also, you have a booming voice, Paul.
And so do you, Shane.
Right, thank you. Right, 이 목소리가 우렁차죠. 이 우렁찰 때도 booming이라는 말 이렇게 쓸 수도 있습니다. 다시 한번 읽어보겠습니다. 8 major investment banks have revised Korea's projected 2026 current account surplus to GDP ratio upward to an average of nearly 15%, driven by booming semiconductor exports. Let's move on to the second headline, Paul.